with this Week 10 clash. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Weather could be a factor. For more on that, we go to Holly Rowe.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. I'll keep you posted from down here on the field. Guys?
Keep that Super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. The Wolverines will kick off first, and here we go. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of him. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll give it to Hardy. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
On the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell. Had the running back taken care of, too. Nowhere to go with that pitch. And
breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
That's a really great play by the defender, and we obviously know the defense gave up a ton of points there last time out. Coaching staff told us, David, they wanted to be more aggressive this game, and here you go. The opening drive of the game, great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, swatting it away, and trying to send a message to the offense.
Well, and sometimes the defenders, they're trying to make plays. They're trying to catch it, and a lot of times because of that, they misjudge the football. I like knocking it down, making sure the receiver...
To the end zone, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And, man, I think they're going to look back on this one, guys, just with frustration, just an opportunity missed. Your defense did the best thing they could do, starting a game, forcing a turnover. Now you get the ball, and you give it right back. So the momentum you had and the energy that was in the building, now it goes swinging right back to the other side.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
The big fella laying out. Look at that body control, using all that muscle, all that strength to lay out and make the big catch for his team.
Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hardy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Black 18, red 20. Hot.
Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. And the sack all the way back at the 5. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. And, boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. That's caught. It's Marsh. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Wolverines are threatening in the red zone.
Let's go, D. Hey, watch the right. Watch the right. Keep the pressure on. Come on, baby. Keep the pressure on.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Quickly complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
5-28, go.
Pick it up, G. Hey, defense, let's go.
Hot, hot, hot.
Quick. See it short.
They're working that left side. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick, it's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6.
139 Albatross. 139 Albatross. Ready? Hot, hot.
Throwing, Underwood. He's going for the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
Worried about it. Let's go.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Hines just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on third. Going over the top. He's got it down the left side.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Austin Simmons, the play fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. They'll give it to Hardy. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. On the run, it's Hardy. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense, because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
You know, you toss the ball to the running back to get him away from all the big boys, right? Like, stay away from the beef. Those guys get you on the ground with one meat hook, do a good job tossing the ball in the perimeter, but goodness gracious, has to break one tackle, just fighting as hard as he can to try to get positive yards, but too many guys coming after him too quickly.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They're going to run it to the right. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Right. Lily. Move it. Ready.
Simmons gets it out quickly. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Firing to the right, complete. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Hardy. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
Ready. Blue 22.
Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown, cut into their opponent's lead.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He's got it again. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. He's up to 57 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season. Wants to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. He makes a catch. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Throwing Simmons. Immediately fires to the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
It's been a nice drive by this offense so far, and now this quarterback is faced with a critical third down in the red zone, trailing by a couple of possessions. If they're able to capitalize here, get this first down, score a touchdown on this drive, this game takes on a completely different feel. So this just feels like...
Touchdown, Tigers! The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Oh, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running to the left. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Underwood. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Under fire. Got him downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Got loose, made the big play, and took it down to the 31.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw again. He's got him this time. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Hawkeye, Hawkeye, Magic, Mustang.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and give him 16 on the year.
And this RB's been a weapon, man. How much fun is it to have a guy that can run in a touchdown, can catch 2? You can deploy him anywhere on the field. He's dangerous, and this defense, they better get locked in, man. Wherever he's at, whether he's catching it, running it, all eyes need to be on him.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Got his man down the middle. And they swarm him under.
And this is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms and they start tiptoeing over the middle of the field because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face. He makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Here's a little room there. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Simmons on play action. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, all right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get into more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Play fake, Underwood. Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Throwing, Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. The short hands, it's Marshall. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Here comes the offense on first down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Escapes the pressure to his right. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. The offense will take advantage of the penalty. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Kill. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
They scared.
180, raise car. 180, raise car.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Michigan. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Stopped in the backfield as this defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's start with TCU taking on the Arizona Wildcats. And it's the Horned Frogs with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. The result today gets them back to 500. It's something they harped on in practice all week, and they will celebrate this one for at least 24 hours. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Underwood. The sure hands, it's Marsh. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
On the run, it's Marshall. There's some room. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
It's complete to the right. Oh, a lot of space. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Now adjusting. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great.
Beck's going for the goal line. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And after getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Michigan! Great job by the back on the option. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started.
Ready? Hey, kill it, kill it. 949 Rockstar. 949 Rockstar.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you...
Offense staying on the field, they'll hurry up on 4th down.
496 Tsunami. 496 Tsunami.
Simmons to throw for it on 4th. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Ready, branch. Red 20, hot.
Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field... Oh, they blocked the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it, and the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Ready, hot.
Simmons. With the catch, it's Lee. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Bakes the grab on the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
He's got 93 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They go right back to Hardy. And he'll be brought down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on fourth down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Makes the grab in their space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
And what a great play call there on fourth down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that fourth down play for a touchdown.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Kill. I'm
letting you know right now, you better bring it. You ain't got nothing.
Rides to back and leaves it. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
Could be an alley. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. So first down, we'll open up the final period.
Switch it. Set hot.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
On the move.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now facing a third and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Quick completion on the out route. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
I got to be honest, as a guy that used to play for Steve Spurrier, I never have a problem watching offenses continue throwing the ball when they've got a big lead, and that's what you've seen in this one. They're way up on the scoreboard. This coach is still letting this guy chuck the rock. That now his 5th passing touchdown, and I believe you keep throwing it until the defense proves they can stop you.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Here's Simmons to throw. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Hey, kill it. 8-14 choice. 8-14 choice.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He'll try it again. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense is really turning it on.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. It's a fumble. Oh, and fortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down.
Well, the running back really lucky.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Throwing, Underwood. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Ready. Wide kick. 139 Albatross. 139 Albatross. Hey, kill it. 670 Mustang. Copper.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got a man, it's Marsh. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense, whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he's going to bring it out. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. So now it's 2nd and long.
That's got to be a long
Hardy again. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field, but the run game has not been the problem today.
3rd and 6 yards to go. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. The guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. Talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'll keep it on the ground. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. on the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll give it to Hardy. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, it was not a good day. I know 4 yards doesn't seem like a lot, but, man, it's so nice when you can dictate to a defense. And 4 yards, back-to-back plays now set up where the whole playbook's available. I can do whatever I want. I can be aggressive. I love when offenses stay in that third down and short range.
Right down the middle. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Michigan! A pick 6!
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still